We
Are
on,
we
man.
we on and popping?
We working it out. You
We
know how to
working it out, baby. Working. Man, welcome to the Two Brothers. Hey, I know y'all like, what the heck going on? You know, we doing something later on.
Yeah.
We popping in. Trevor got looking cute. He got his mic all faded out.
Yeah, the blur.
The blur. That's what we call the blur.
That's what they call it, fam. The blur.
Look. Welcome to the Two Brothers podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your co-host, Troy Smithereen. We got the Podfather, co-host, Podfather, Trevor Jack. Say what's up.
What's good, beautiful people? What's good tonight?
Tonight.
Yeah.
That's different, right?
Yeah, that's different. The Two Brothers usually come on at 11 a.m., but we working it out tonight on All-Star Weekend night too now.
Oh, also weekend today?
Yeah, dunk contest, 3-point shooting contest, all that's going on right about now.
So we missing it?
Nah.
Cause we here with y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We ain't missing nothing. We working
At all.
And we got folks checking in. What's good with y'all today, man? Talk to us, man. Y'all see the number scrolling at the bottom if y'all want to call in to jump in on the topics, or if y'all want to donate and support to the Two Brothers podcast, y'all can hit the Cash App up. But how your week been, though, my brother? How your day been? How my brother Troy been doing, man?
Trevor, I tell you today, I gotta be honest.
Yes,
in
sir.
Nashville, out surrounding areas in Middle Tennessee,
it's
been a beautiful day.
Yes.
I actually, I was in a day in a space of gratitude today. I mean, seriously, I actually felt happy. I was thankful. You and I talked a little bit about what we're gonna talk about tonight. Watching the Kanye documentary. I know y'all done seen that.
Hopefully everybody done seen that, because
we're gonna go ahead and spoil that mother days. Spoil it then. If you ain't seen it, it's shame on you. God dang it.
Yeah.
But how about you though, Trev?
The first of 3, the Kanye documentary. But I've been blessed, man. I've been good and moving, man. Just moving along. Like, me and wifey, we moving out of this house. We moving into another one. I've been working a lot. I've been very active in life and just moving forward. That's all I've been doing, fam. I'm in a real good mental space, healthy place, and moving forward.
You can move any way you want as long as you're going forward.
That's a fact. Fam. That's a fact.
Well, Mama, what's going on? She over there with the children. I know they over jumping on her.
Oh, yeah.
The wife over there watching some ice skate. We're going to talk about that tonight, too. But, man, let's go and get popping. You ready?
Let's do it.
Brothers, work it out, work it out. Two brothers, work it out, work it out, work it out. Two brothers, work it out, work it out, work it out. Two brothers, work it out, work it out, work it out. Two brothers, work it out, work it out, work it out. Two brothers, work it out, work it out, work it out. Two brothers, work it out.
And we got to keep. And
we trying to change it up on them today a little bit, right? Yo, I think it was pretty nice.
Yeah, that was the energy, fam. That was
talking in the beginning and smack them with the intro later on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just do a little something different, man.
Something different. Late night chat. What's good? Who is this, man?
Late night chat. Oh, late night. That sounds like some late night pillow talk. Back in the day. Y'all don't know nothing about them 900 numbers back then. You don't need to know that anyway.
I don't know something about that, fam.
Them 900 numbers, man, back then. 1-800. That's the most late night pillow talk. Yeah, them numbers.
Oh, to call in and tell.
Call in, tell a little bit about a little something. That one.
Yeah. But we named the podcast in the name of peace now, Troy.
Woo!
But is that the type of peace we?
In the name of that's the type of peace you see it on the documentary. Your boy Kanye said he had a fetish and he had an issue.
I seen that.
An addiction.
Yeah, he purchased the thing and thought it was expensive.
He purchased some cheeks back in the day. That's the old school before the video and the phones and stuff. Really, it was.
Yeah,
they had the magazine.
The magazine. I wonder if those are still for purchase now.
Well, I know one thing. They still got them in the place. When you go hit one off in the cup, if you want to just make sure your sperm count on point. Yeah, the jack off place, what I call them.
Oh.
They said, "Would you like to have some material? Or do you have?" I said, "I got my phone."
Yeah,
it's okay. Yeah. Ain't nobody trying to look at those still pictures and stuff.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's not popular no more.
It's not popular no more, man. But look, yeah, in the name of peace,
Mm.
y'all seen the cover. Y'all probably thought somebody accepted Buddhism or something, ain't they? That's
That's
what they thought, Trail.
they know. I hope that ain't what they thought.
That's what, hey, whatever it take to get the clicks is what they say, huh? Now that's we talk about peace
Ooh.
in the name of it's pause, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the B3F boys. We ain't jump in here on y'all time slot on purpose.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, right. We normally chime in and check in on our boys B3F. Go check them out tonight after this show. They gonna be talking still.
Yeah.
About 4-5 hours.
Yeah.
You probably be able to catch them at the break.
By the time we get off there, just be warmed up.
They've been warmed up. Then took a break, came back from a cigarette break and everything.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man.
Shout out to the B3F boys, man.
Yeah.
Trip. You got to shout out our truck drivers, though, man. Get the sound for them, man. Shout out to Vince Imes, them boys on the trucks.
Hey, yeah. And my barber also is a truck driver, too, doing this thing.
Shout out his name, man. What's his name?
My boy, Real Hemp Hill, man. Shout out to you, boy. Go get that money.
There it is.
Go get that money. You know
now, it didn't crash at the end, did it? Hit it again. They said I could have hit it. Oh, okay. I thought it was an air. It is. So, okay. Stay safe out there on them roads, man.
That's a fact, man. Go get your money. Be safe. And if you got them hazmat license, man, woo. You driving with those hazardous materials on your truck, man. I salute you for real.
Hey, are you out there at the border protesting in Canada, the Canada-U.S. border up there up north?
What they protesting about? Troy, I ain't heard this now.
You ain't heard about that? The truck drivers out there standing up on the, I don't know if they still there or not, but protest because I think either Canada or the United States, in order for you to enter either one, you got to do they try to mandate a mask or the shot.
It's a reason for borders, man.
Tell us about the reason for borders, Trail.
It lets you know that this is my territory. I own this territory.
Yeah.
And you have to follow the rules and regulations of whatever I say.
Golly, let them know again. God, whatever I say.
Or it's war.
Or you go, now you don't win to open another door. What is over in Ukraine, dog? Where everybody want to fight for Ukraine so much?
I don't understand that neither, man.
Do they got some exports, imports over there where someone enlighten us?
Yeah, please educate.
What's the perk of we want to stop Russia for going into Ukraine? What's that's their neighbor, right? Ukraine over near Russia, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what we allying and protecting? I just want to know. I'm just inquiring minds want to know.
And I thought that what president was that said that we're not going to be the police of the world no more?
Oh, you know what? You know who it was?
That was Trump.
45 said that.
That's my boy, man.
Snap! He said it. He said I ain't getting everybody else stuff no more. God dang it!
Yeah, I relate to that, and I appreciated that because that's their business. That's their business. That's their borders. Let them.
But if we want to stay strong though and show some stability, which is hard for us to do anyway. Right. But we gotta show strong to our neighbors and our allies. But what are we allying and protecting in Ukraine?
So that's what I would want to know. Also, they got somebody call in and help.
They got some oil. They doing some clothes. What they doing?
What in Russia? An ally when 45 was in?
I don't know what they was doing. They doing a whole lot. But I told you a long time ago, back in it, before all this changed, the transition of powers in general. Remember, I told you, Democrats get in the office. What happens?
War.
It always start to turn into we have a weakened security, or we got some situation going with security. When the Republicans in the office, what was it? Stability there, but then was headache going on in the country though.
Yeah, a verbal headache though. It wasn't no active physical or no.
It was active January 6th. They was getting active now. They was up in that thing from Knoxville, Tennessee. Your girl Elizabeth, remember that?
Yeah.
They ended up getting active.
Yeah, because lives was lost. I gotta acknowledge that now.
And then they said, "Don't tread on me." And people getting treaded on now.
That's true. That's true.
But back to peace. In the name of peace, Trail.
Okay.
We talked about on the call. You want to enlighten us a little bit about the call we had earlier?
Well, we had a call and I told Troy what was intriguing to me about the Kanye West documentary. And the thing that stood out to me, because I know Kanye West's story, I know his upbringing, how he went into the Rockefeller offices and they turned down his presentation, All Falls Down, one of his biggest hit records of all time. And they ignored him like it was just not a
Hey man, when I talk about ignore y'all, if you ain't, I mean, he spoiler alert right now.
yeah.
If you listen on audio or looking at us visually, Trevor got looking good on the visual. You need to make sure you're over here on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Looking at us, man. And thank you all for listening. That's listening to us. This audio version, audio be nice and clean.
Mm-hmm.
But Trevor ain't lying when he said it was ignoring Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
They act like he basically, they was looking at him like, they was looking at him like, okay, and all right, so girl, what's up, girl? I'm glad you came. This dude's still playing his music. They walk right by him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like, oh, that's just Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't that how it always go to trail?
Hey man, my boy said it the other day. The greats, I forgot what my boy.
No, Memphis Bleak said it on the show.
What did he say? Remind me.
Something that you about to say. I guess your boy said on your show last night too. He said the great people always get hated on when they become great. That's when you know you became great.
Yeah, they don't acknowledge you until they view you as great.
Exactly.
You can be great already to yourself and to the people around you and your crew, but people won't acknowledge that you're great until you're great to them.
Mm-hmm.
They're receptive of what you're doing. But what stuck out to me though in that documentary, Troy, was that he had a homeboy from Chicago. The dude who shot the documentary. And Kanye West went to the opening. What they call them when they open them up? The viewing of the film. He went and supported his friend. And you know somebody really supports you when they leave their family behind. They leave their parents, they leave their girlfriend because they believe in what you're doing so much. They know you're going to be successful that they leave everything behind. And his friend, that's what stuck out to me on the documentary, that, dang, man, he had somebody believe in him so much they left everything behind. Do I got somebody like that?
Do we have somebody like that? Is there anybody supporting two brothers like that that would say, you know what, we're going to drop everything and pay $2 to come and see you live?
Yeah.
We thought about that now.
Yeah. Building a website and just doing it on our own now.
Yeah, we all that. But see, when Trevor said that about this guy dropped everything, left his family behind to go support somebody's dream. And I said, hold on a second. That's before I seen the doc.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and I asked Trevor, I said, what do you mean he left his family? Like he had wife, kids, and all that? He said, no. He left left everything behind to go follow. I said, oh, okay, it's different, because I started going into the detail that I can't really show no love or respect fully of someone that leave their family.
Mm-hmm.
Like responsibility as a father and leave their wife and everything. Just say, I'm gone. Y'all do that, and I'm gonna do what I got to do over here. That hit a trigger, and then Trevor had a great thing behind that where you got to look at it from a different perspective on some things too.
Mm-hmm.
And Trevor, what was that?
I was saying that if a person is not in a mental condition or they're not sane, then it's okay to leave the wife and kids. My perception. If I'm better away than I am in your presence, I need to remove myself. And there's nothing wrong with it. It shouldn't be nothing wrong with it. But a sane person will say like what Troy said. You know what I mean? Because you know that you're going to give your all, you're going to do your best and everything, and you're going to represent your family well. But if I'm not mentally sane, or if I'm going through something where it's better to remove myself, then ain't nothing wrong with that. My opinion.
Well, but with that, that's where I said that, yes, he made a valid point. Like there has been situations where it was best for someone to be apart because they was damaging.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally putting their hands on someone was best to be away, which I've seen some documentaries as well where someone said, I had to leave, but their kids still have resentment. Their families still have resentment, and said, why? Mm-hmm. And that's when we went into the whole deeper discussion. Trevor and I have this conversation all the time. We have these conversations in front of y'all, but this is what we do on a continual basis. We're having these type of conversations. A pod is every day on that conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then I thought about it's like Buddha, and that's why we got Buddha on the front. The individual that created Buddha, I can't remember his name fully. And go back to what my mom was saying, which we watched a documentary together, and where after I seen it, I seen, okay, from the perspective of what this guy did, he left his own career, what
Mm.
he had going on, and left what he thought he had there behind to go pursue something bigger by doing a documentary of Kanye West, because he's seen a vision
Yeah.
in Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, this guy, I don't know his full story. He ain't done a documentary on him, but he didn't leave like just like he was together with a family, everything going, and just left everything. This guy had a show going on himself with Ground Zero, whatever it was called, in Chicago.
Yeah.
He had a big name for himself, doing things for himself, and he's doing comedy. He was on Comedy View and everything. But it takes a real man to notice this dude got something bigger than me going on.
Yeah.
And I can see, I love hearing other people's stories. That's why I like documentaries. I love hearing people's story all together. And when he was talking about his own story, where he talked about Kanye's story, when he had a dude of rappers right there in front of him,
Mm-hmm.
busting flows, but he seen something about Kanye was just pulling out more. He's like, "That's more. What's going on there?"
Yeah.
Where he wanted to be able to see this guy. I want to see where he ends up, because he's so much going on here. I want to see where he ends up at. And that right there said, "Oh, okay, that's a bigger thing." And man, how much would you pay to have your footage of yourself back, like you, old Snake, to go like somebody following you and see where you going through to get where you are today? Man,
I know he at least got $20 million for that documentary, minimum.
mm-hmm.
Minimum. And at the end of the day, like mom said that he only left his career. Now this is instances in life where if you leave a parent
Yeah,
or a girl or whatever, those people may be dependent on you.
yeah, that's true. Uh-oh, go ahead and preach to him, preacher.
You know what I'm saying? Those people may be dependent on you for
Income, rent.
a roof over their head.
Yeah. Oh boy, go on, preach now.
Yeah,
I need some preacher music. Need some
er-
organs.
everybody instance, we don't know his instance or whatever, but I'm just thinking about different perspectives and growing up in the communities we grow up in. Most of the time the sons are taking care of the mother because the father left.
That's deep.
He taking care of the mother, the sister, the girlfriend, the cousins, and at the end of the day, we don't know what his situation was, but for him to leave anybody to go pursue another person's dreams, that's a stand-up guy to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. But in regards to like what we had, I said, remember in the instance of Buddha, the guy that started the Buddha movement.
Mm-hmm.
He's a prince. His family tried to keep him cooped up behind the walls. You know what I'm saying? And then he raised up in the palace, really not seeing what's going on outside. And like a lot of people that's been sheltered, they go to where we grew up at, where we're trying to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? They grow up in, it's like, oh, this is about the people that to do. We try to get out of there and go where you at. You try to come down here
and be where we was at.
Yeah, where we was at. So he's seen Buddha, the guy Buddha, noticed the dying and everything outside the walls, and he wanted to find peace and wholeness. So he left his family. Not only did he leave his treasures and everything behind to be a great king like his daddy, but he left his family and kids, and that just don't sit right with me. Me being a father and a husband myself, and pride myself on just why I'm breathing, why I'm here to do the best I can for my family. And you go ahead.
I can relate to that. I can understand that perspective, and I can also understand Buddha's perspective.
Yeah, and he was trying to go find wholeness and peace, right? So he just said, "I'm dipping out, I'm gone," and he left.
Yeah,
and everyone else and create a movement. But it's like, in your kids, everyone else that depended on you, or people that I'm talking about your immediate, that depended on you. Like, but what about us? It's like you having a family, have some kids down the street, leave them. I mean, leave your kids that your wife and kids, go take care of somebody else's kids down the street, and your kid like, but what about me though?
Now you know what? That's if you believe in a higher power, no matter what that higher power is, that is a strong test of your faith, because they're gonna be all right. If I'm a believer, I believe that my kids, my wife, everybody, y'all gonna be all right.
But you believe, but when you believe and dip, That's gonna be you believing in dipping.
Yeah.
Where your faith at? Where's your faith that when you're trying to find wholeness and peace with, not saying you leaving because I'm so damaging and so toxic to them, I'm leaving. I get that part. Like you come back and say, baby, if I didn't leave, you wouldn't be a scientist today. If I didn't leave, you wouldn't be a successful businessman today. If I didn't leave and give you that chip, you wouldn't be where you are today. Because if I would have stayed, I would have beat you. Probably even end up something even worse than that.
Now, see what I think about when I think about peace. He left to find peace. Now, I tell you, my 3 things. I say it at the end of every podcast.
Every power, yep.
And it's in that order. That order is how I perceive life. Those are the 3 things that I need. That's mandatory for me to be able to live.
Go ahead.
Kids and wife ain't in ain't in none of that. Peace, love, and abundance. That's what it is. Oh my God, we got a troll.
Well, put it up there. I want to see what the troll said.
Troll.
What did it say?
Peace. Hey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What's up, troll? And he got a clown.
Take him down, though, man. Take him down. But hey, we appreciate all the people that come and hope we change your life when you listen to the 2 brothers.
Yeah, that'll be nice, man.
Golly, change that brother's life. Or that girl, whoever it was, life.
Yeah.
We don't even want to repeat what it said, but
yeah, I don't want to say that.
Go ahead, though, Trill.
He threw me off a little bit.
I know he did. That when you'll smack somebody. See, we talking about peace, love, and abundance.
Yeah.
And you said the family wasn't in that.
That's not because
you talking about personally yourself, though.
I'm trying to speak when I say peace, love, and abundance. I'm trying to speak for the totality of everybody. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't have peace in your life, what do you have? If you don't have love in your heart, you have everything is opposite. Everything that's opposite of that, you don't want that. If you don't want abundance, you're broke. If you don't want love, you won't hate. If you
but broke in what capacity?
In totality.
Oh, okay. And when you're broke mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially.
Because abundance is not financially. Abundance is plentifulness of everything. You know what I mean? Just plentifulness. So peace, it comes first in my life. If I don't have peace in my life, then I'm not good for nobody. I'm not good for the podcast. I'm not good for the viewers. I'm not good for the wife. I'm not good for the kids. So I got to remove myself so I can be able to find that, because I know that because I lived without peace. I can relate to Buddha in that aspect, because living without peace, you have you ever lived without peace before?
Yeah, of course. We lived out peace for 18 years in projects. There's no peace in that. No justice, no peace, no nothing in that thing. Now, it's a mentality thing. But you can create peace, but I mean, dude, peace is tough.
But peace, you gotta have peace though, fam. Like,
yeah, you got to. I done lived without it before, and it ain't cool.
Nah, but in the projects, I had peace in the projects too. At times, it's different times I had peace. Like at my grandmama cooking with the cornbread and the hot and the turkey necks in the oven. That's peace to me. The smell of the air.
That's soul food.
The soul food with the
take you out of here.
The air conditioning on and all of that. And
in the living room only.
I took a shower eating in the living room, watching the Golden Girls and the Wheel of Fortune and all that. You know what I mean? So
that's beautiful.
I'm talking about peace. The peace that I'm talking about is knowing you're going to be able to pay the bills, knowing that you ain't going to jail. You know what I mean? There's people out here like, imagine if you didn't have peace to the point to where you've been free in this world for 2 years, but you on the run.
Looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
What you talking about trafficking?
I'm destroyed still to this day. I haven't hustled. I'm 42. I ain't seen no type of illegal substances in over a dozen years. I still look in the rearview mirror like I'm dirty. But that's the type of peace that I'm.
But what if you haven't done any of that and you still look in the rearview mirror?
You got problems.
But what if it's been created where you think problems around you all the time?
But you know what? That's the promotion that CNN and stuff promote. They promote fear.
That's what any news network do.
Yeah, that's why I don't like watching that, because dang, I can see where it can be an instance to where you can be looking in the rearview mirror and ain't never did nothing wrong your whole life just because you look at so much news and you hear so many stories and friends tell you to be nervous that you don't have no peace.
But Trevor, also you end up having peace too, because your surroundings play a big part. The projects being surroundings play a big part too. And if you can have peace all you want, but when you live somewhere else, in other areas,
talk to me,
and you drive something different, all of a sudden you just stop thinking about all type of stuff. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at the river mirror. I'll drive past the police now.
Oh, you know what I do when I see the popo now?
You throw the deuces. What's up?
What's up, Cole?
Thank you for blocking and reporting that clown, Mom. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
But dude, like as long as I'm still doing my speed limit and all that stuff, but and that's where you can get too comfortable, right? Because I ain't thinking about police doing what.
Because you steal. At the end of the day, we got to remember that you steal.
Yeah, no you still gonna be black. Like I told my wife one time, we got pulled over in the dark, pitch dark in Iowa. Straight, like the police come from behind the billboard, like back in the day. When they be on the pitch dark black. She wanted to talk smart to the police. I said, baby, stop talking. You gotta stop. Let this man do what he gotta do. He said, but nah, I don't get it. Why? I'm like, this 2000 something, 19, 18, somewhere. No, 2015. So the fact that before we had kids, you can't talk back like that. See, she ain't ever experienced that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But back to the documentary though, man. Back to the doc. There's nothing like a supportive mama, man. Shout out to the mamas though. When I watched that documentary and looked at Donda, it reminded me of my mama. And I'm sure it reminds you of Belinda. Because she said something that was she gave him clarity, but she said something that was so dope that stood out to me. She said, a giant looks in the mirror and doesn't see a giant. Do y'all get that? She's talking about being level, being up there in the clouds at the same time, being leveled at the same time.
Yeah.
You can have the mentality of being the biggest in the world, but still be leveled. And she said a giant looks in the mirror and don't see a giant. But he's a giant in front of everybody else.
Yeah.
That gave you the mentality. I'm like, man, he heard that. That reminded me of my mama. And the way she was rapping lyrics back to him. My mama, the number one in both my brothers' shows, my speaking engagements, anything was that, she was rooting and cheerleading. So shout out to the mamas, man.
Yeah,
and that made me, I like that. That'll hurt. And that probably why he can't find his way.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? What was your thoughts on that though?
What the mother part?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember the mother part. The main thing I remember is when they was sitting on the porch having the discussion, and then when they walked off in the grass and stuff, and like the thing that really tripped me out is that the smiles. I never really seen Ye smile like that, like how happy he was. You know?
Yeah.
And being in the presence of a mom, energies attract, and when you with your mom or whatever, she knows your happy place. You know her happy place, what makes her happy, because you spend time with your mother more than probably anybody on the planet, even though your wife, because at the end of the day, your mom was there 20 something for your wife.
But you still tell her to get in the back seat though. Remember we talked about that. He said, baby, Mom, I'm sorry, but you gotta get in the back. You putting in the back still? Now I ain't gonna get you no. We gonna leave it off.
Let me think first. Let me think. And when you get married, right? You make a contractual agreement that this person is first. Now, ain't it?
Yeah, hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, what you saying? What you gonna say?
In the back seat, Mom. You gotta get the back seat. You know I love you.
Oh boy, but hey.
It wouldn't be no argument though.
You know what? And that's the true thing. That's what we got good mamas, see? Because that wouldn't even be a battle. Matter of fact, my mom would say, no, go on.
Yeah.
She actually might say, no, my mom might say, I'm getting in the front. She might say that. I never said, he never smiled when she left and blamed himself for, and she's right. He blamed himself for her death.
Now we got to talk about why he blamed himself too, though, because
Talk
didn't
about it.
didn't she die from getting
Yeah, getting augmentation done. And he said he hate that she moved out there, I guess, to Cali,
yeah,
because, or wherever she was at, because of the fact where he was at, because now you got that around you all the time. Plastic surgery, you want to be better, augment it, you want to
the
look different.
pressure of looking good being in LA and being in warm cities, period, is ridiculous.
So she got the tummy, she was getting a tummy tuck, something like that, getting a breast reduction. And I guess a cousin, I think, because Ye may have been like, I got better protection. I take care of my family better. I don't know that fully.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the cousin was there. They stepped away and she laid on her back. And I understand you're not supposed to lay on your back with that going on.
And then he married a woman that has
the whole family.
Yeah, the whole family has altered body parts. I wonder now, he has daughters.
Dude, it's gonna be tough.
Will he allow that?
It don't matter what he's gonna allow, because if they raise, it don't matter what they're gonna see that. And it's gonna be a decision they gotta make.
Yeah.
Look at Kylie Jenner, the one that she turned soon as she was 17, she got fake breasts. She also became bow, 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 bow. Everything was popping out. And she looked better than everybody. With all that going, she looked like a regular plain Jane.
Yeah.
And then a year later, she looked brown and looked like a Armenian.
Yeah.
She's white.
Yeah. What's facts? What's facts, Big O? What Troy talking about this facts? We all talking that facts, ain't it?
Trail, I gotta say, I love looking at docs. Lately, I like to see the pictures of people. What's that? Oh, Fear's promoted.
Mm-hmm.
I love to see the fact that people, you can see behind the scenes of folks. Kanye was dropping all type of jewels in there, though. But he was being the same person that we see today. He didn't change nothing. He the same dude.
Yeah, he the same brash, confident, believe in his creativity, know that it's a hit. He know that what he's doing, I don't know, man. Kanye a dope individual, man. But sometimes, like, I seen all of that stuff when he went to the Trump at the beginning, when his whole life has just been like a lot.
Dude, it's been upside down, period.
Yeah.
Trev, look at this. He said something about in the documentary. He said that when he's riding in the car and he getting interviewed, somebody's writing an interview in the back. And he was like saying that, look, people think I'm doing this and doing that. I'm living the American dream. I'm living your American dream. But I got big dreams, man. I got big, he was thinking big all the time.
Remember, yeah.
And I think the reason Kanye got so much to say, he got a lot to say and no one was giving him no time to say it. So when he got in front of the camera, in front of people to say something, he was all over the place trying to get all he got out for that moment of fame, right?
I seen that too, because they showed his first interview on there.
Yeah, he was just talking like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, man, bump that. He was speaking truth, but he was saying so much and not giving pieces. Pieces. And then where it can grow. Now, he said, hey, I don't know when. It's like an extra in the movies. My boy told me as an extra, you got to do some extra to get pulled out and say, who is that?
You got to make yourself noticeable.
Like, so when they tell you to stand and smile, he did a weird smile just to be extra than everybody else. When they said cheer or clap, he did something extra to be out there in front of everybody else. And the next thing you know, they're going to pull him out and say, hey, who is that?
And you know what? People who don't know that or notice that, like what you just said, I wouldn't have known that, so I wouldn't have done nothing extra. But the person that's doing the extra stuff is going to get seen first.
And you're going to remember, like, who the heck is that?
Yeah, acting up. And we got to give them an opportunity to be seen.
And look at the video girls back in the day. You remember the video girl that was extra.
Yeah.
Like, who was that? Look, it's funny in that video too, though, Trail, in the back. Who was all that? Man, them skeezers know. Those folk, them girls, them women are always around.
That's true.
They was backstage, and you can tell who they are. They all got this. They look like you're not supposed to. You're just here for
opportunity. You're an opportunist.
Wow.
That's true.
That's the first time I looked at, like, oh my God, look at all these people in the back. Just skeezing, just back there waiting for opportunity
and
to get pulled forward.
and you know it's crazy. Like Kanye, since the public known about him and Kim not being together no more, whatever, he done been with like 3 or 4 women out in the media, and
Yeah.
those women don't want to be with Ye, man. It's an opportunity. They gonna take advantage of the opportunity.
You know what's crazy? And in part of the movie, we're gonna get off of here in a second. Kanye was upset
Yeah.
because they didn't have his whole name Kanye West in there. You remember that part? He's upset when he finally got to go to that panel.
Mm-hmm.
Was excited about being there, but then he still was complaining. He said, "Look at me, I'm complaining about something good is happening, but I told him to put Kanye West,
Yeah.
not just Kanye." He had a good point. He said, "When you go to Atlanta, what he says is that people at home didn't respect him." He said, "When you go to Atlanta, you don't hear Jermaine. They say Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
They don't say coming to the state. We got Jermaine."
Yeah.
And he said they might well should have said Ye.
Ooh,
Yeah, Ye. He said, "Yeah, mom should have said Ye." But guess what we call him now? Ye.
he changed his name to Ye. He don't even have a
That's
last.
what I'm talking about. So he said, I want, why not put my whole name Kanye West? They could just say Ye for anything. They said they didn't say my whole name. Now he wanted everybody to call him Ye. He said he wanted to get to the point, and I think he was talking about with Cher, to the point to where you can just say one name. Madonna, Cher. You know, they dropped all the other names.
Crazy. When you're trying to get known, you have both names.
Yeah.
When you're known, you have one name. When you're Prince, you
just a symbol.
I won't.
That's a symbol, man. But look, check out the documentary. Learn a lot because they gave me a different perspective on Kanye, though, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see the grind, and I took a picture of this setup right here that we got right now, that I got in my garage right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think people got to see what we do to bring them content.
Man,
we remember those times, huh?
Post a picture of mine. We need to put 2 pictures together. Say these are the workstations, man.
I'm gonna show you where it started from when I was on the ironing board. Some people may have seen that when I was on the ironing board.
I seen that.
And the laptop. And I was gonna just keep it as a staple. Where it's just gonna be an ironing board, get an ironing board desk, wood, whatever, because that's how it started.
Yeah, yeah.
People think you got to have a whole lot. You don't see what all is going on, and we got to present it well. But Trevor got looking cute on here one time. Y'all remember the back of the day when we first got started and the choppy, and then we cut it back on, and man, shout out to the two brothers, man.
And I remember one time we used to have like internet issues and audio issues. I'd be like, man, people don't never like. Some people be wanting to get on like my interview shows and stuff, and they want to pre-record it and me edit it and all of this. I'd be like, ain't no way we should mess up ever. It should just record and it be over with. What is mess? What do you mean? I need this edited, that this changed, and this and that. No, let's go. Turn it on and let's go. It should never be no flaws. We should just go straight through, and it be dope.
But look, dude, Trevor, if y'all go back and listen to our first episode, look at the first video, listen to the first ones with audio, we done come a long way. And thank y'all to y'all that's been with us. Stay with us, support us in what we're doing. Keep supporting us, keep growing, because look, guess what? We're gonna have you to go to where we want to go. And that same thing with that guy that believed in Kanye, that said, "Hey, I want to do a documentary to see where you are, where you're gonna go," and he dropped everything to do that. So shout out to the truck driver, shout out to the people in the barbershops, shout out to the folks at the warehouses working, got us in the earbuds. Shout out to everyone that's listening to us while their kids running around yelling and crying. Shout out to the folks that listen to us in the closet because they can't be out there in front of the kids. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for that.
If you on the live right now and you are a person that enjoys basketball, we really appreciate you too, because the dunk contest on, the 3-point shooting contest on, but we don't want you to go nowhere.
No, we're gonna be done in a minute, man, because we're giving y'all some content that's gonna be you can learn.
No, we ain't in no rush now. The two brothers,
not at all.
Yeah, the two brothers gonna work it out now.
Because we gotta talk about Kanye turning down $100 million though.
I didn't. That was in the doc too?
No, that was just recently.
Talk to me about it.
Kanye turned down $100 million for Donda 2 with Apple Music and said he gonna put it on his own streaming service called STEM. That's power moves right there.
Oh, it's not gonna be on Apple Music.
Not on no streaming services.
Oh, I ain't gonna hear it.
That's what I'm saying. Look, but that's what we might not hear it. And it might be just for the beginning. You know how they always say it's gonna be on title first, then it goes out to everything else later.
It'll be on his platform for 2 weeks and then
Yeah. But see, he turned out 100 million, which this is great. In the doc, he was talking about how he wanted to get signed so bad. We got to remember, because I'm thinking, why he just didn't go out on his own? And I had to remember back in the day, early 2000s and beyond, before, you had to have that money behind you, that machine, to put your stuff out more.
Now, I got a visual of something that you drove us into this topic of.
Go ahead, let's do it.
But before I play the visual, I want to know your thoughts on something, because you mentioned back in the days you used to have a machine.
Yeah.
We talk contracts and stuff a lot on this podcast, and we don't just do it in a hip hop way, but we include hip hop in it so people can understand it a little bit better and a little bit easier. What do you think about? Is it bad to have a machine? Is it good to have a machine? Is it like the weight of it? Like, what would Troy prefer? Would you prefer and not just hip hop, just in?
I was just talking about in general.
Yeah.
You know, I speak and stuff. We do a lot of stuff. I got a mass communications company, mass media company. And I would rather have 1,000 solid people. My mom and my wife don't heard me talk about this plenty of times. I'd rather have 1,000 solid individuals support anything and everything that I do, rather than having a whole lot of stands and a whole lot of people that's fake doing something, because those 1,000 people supporting what I do on a continual basis, that turns into the money that you actually need to make because you're serving them properly.
Yeah.
And they turn into the money. So $100 a month from each one. And whatever you're doing, like was buying merchandise, giving them coaching services, giving them whatever it may be, or helping them get to their, it don't matter.
That's $100.
That's $100,000 a month.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, 1,000 times 100 is 100,000
in a month.
1,000 hundreds. So
you think about that, then take it 100,000 a month to 12 months.
So Troy would turn down the opportunity from the major backing for his 1,000 individuals, like
that's
did.
That's now. In the past, because they're like a lot of people now, they want the bag right now and then they complain later.
Okay.
Because guess what, though, Trevor? That means I own everything I do.
Yeah.
No one can come back and say, hey, remember XYZ. I can't go back to you. If I sign a contract and deal with you, I got to agree to that. And then from that point, after the contract is done, take it to another level.
Okay.
You follow me? What about you, though, Trey? What about you?
Before I give my perspective,
okay,
I'm going to play what Bun B had to say about major backing versus independent and what he thinks the difference is of major backing and independent.
With the majors was the accountant. That was the only real problem, was the way that the money breaks down and how things get recouped and how it's really designed to keep you in the red. That was really the only problem with dealing with a major label, is that you can get all the exposure you would want. You can get on the scene and do videos and interviews and be on magazine covers and all that shit, but it doesn't always add up with money.
Okay.
That's the thing. If it's not making money, it's not making sense. And if you look at UGK's history, this is why the albums were always like 2 or 3 years apart, because we put the album out, be like, where the money? We wouldn't get no money. Be like, fuck y'all. We'd have to go out the street, hustle and make our own money till we felt like really doing music again.
Now, take that. We heard it from a music perspective, but when you get major backing, they're giving you the money up front, and they're making the money on the back end, no matter what business you're involved in. So you're not making money. You made money, and it's time to move on. Ain't it? That's what he means. Why he?
Yeah, it's at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, keep you in the red.
That is because they always gonna come back and say, hey, and this is what people don't get it too. Sometimes you get that extra boost in the beginning, to then after that contract is over, you hope you can actually sustain that. See, that's what happened when we argue with. What's up?
I like that,
but because you know how we argue with our mama and daddy, mama back in the day. I can't wait to get my own. Okay, you going out there and get your own then.
But
and then you back at the house.
Can you sustain that lifestyle that they were sustaining?
Yeah, exactly. Then you get back in the house and like, oh, it ain't nothing like I thought. Mama didn't say it'd be days like this because you never been there. Buddha experienced that. He went out there and said, oh my God, there's a lot going on. He just didn't come back.
Yeah.
He stayed out there. But the fact is, a lot of folks do that. Like, you think that, okay, now you think you got some business. Think about it. How many artists we done seen though when we talk about music?
Ooh.
How many artists we done seen be on the major, be in front of everybody, got big names and people on their albums. They say, I got my own now. What good is it for you to have your master? Nobody hear about you no more.
It's valueless.
No value.
Now, you said something, Buddha didn't come back. I got to go back to it.
Go ahead, go on in there.
Buddha didn't come back. What if his peace wasn't at his house?
And if you're a Buddhist or somebody in that, and you're in that, please call in. Call and talk to us and give us some enlightenment. That's what Buddha stand for, the enlightened one, right? So,
what if his peace wasn't at his house?
And it was not. Apparently so.
Should I
stay or should I go?
I'm gonna kill myself in here with these monks.
But I'm just saying, hey, that's a fact. I mean, that's right. What if the peace is outside? And that's why a lot of people, they go, there's no need for you to complain no more. When you got the contract in place. That's why I really didn't like when Dave Chappelle did that.
Yeah.
You know, you got it. You made that's big bossing, being a big boss.
Yeah.
It's like, you can have that. I got more, dog. Dang.
Ooh.
I got more, Trev. That's nothing.
That's a fact.
Kanye stuff still, did he record his beginning stuff with Def Jam and still with Def Jam or wherever it was at?
Yeah, he
don't own none of that.
Yeah, he don't need it. He already
he don't, and guess what? I ain't heard him cry yet.
And he can buy Def Jam.
I ain't heard him cry yet. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, they not giving me my fair share. Fair share. But your fair share is what?
They gave it to me and I moved forward. I kept moving forward. Now, do you got that audio, Troy?
Or which one?
We got to get that audio pulled up. That what I sent you said 30 seconds in now.
Okay, 30. You want to do just the first 30 seconds in the beginning?
Now skip to 30, then let it play.
Let me get the 30 then. Oh.
I want all constituents, the La Familia to check in, and I want them to tell me their perspective of this.
Big O, Jim and Jim, everyone that's on here, I can't see everybody. So, and I hope, is your boy on here from last week? Dropping all that knowledge like that?
I can't see who's on here.
But what's that brother's name? What, y'all remember his name?
Robert McGee. That's my guy.
Robert McGee. Yeah, Robert, if you out there, call in. This is gonna be something that you probably need to play. Talk about.
So there, Charles Murray
bell
curve, I don't know, 20 years ago or something.
I think it was 25 even.
Yeah, where he argued that there are racial differences in intelligence, IQ specifically, with Asians being the highest and then whites and then blacks, and that's just the way it is, and social adjustments aren't going to change that because it's largely genetic.
Right.
And, you know, that's, as I understand, that was the argument. I
don't think it's saying largely genetic, but I think they're saying that genetics play a factor and environment plays a factor. I think some people are not willing to look at genetics if it shows an unfavorable trait in minorities. They don't want to look at it. They deny it.
That's true. But I think it's also true that part of the argument is that social programs are a waste of money because they're not going to affect it because it's genetic.
That's crazy.
I'm
If that
pretty
is
sure
part of the
that's-
argument, that's just straight racist.
Wow.
Genetics and environment play a part while we're not as intelligent as Asians and Caucasians. Wow.
You know what's sad? What's sad in all that is that the unfortunate thing is propaganda. The publicity of a lot of stuff make you start to think maybe that's true. Yeah. Can Asians really drive? Right? Can Asians drive?
And
go ahead.
Can we define intelligence?
But what I'm saying is, as long as you keep saying stuff a lot, you'll start to believe that. You start to believe that Look, we ain't even talked about the Indians. I'm talking about Indians in India.
Yeah.
What happened? Because now they're getting publicity in regards to the spelling. What about their intelligence? If you want to win, you got to go train in India. Spelling bees are won by Indians. Have you seen it?
Yeah. That's true. That spelling bee was won by the black
girl. But how many times you heard about? But she can hoop though. See, look, we go from physical stuff. It's a black thing.
Mm-hmm.
You want physical abilities and all that? If you ain't black, you ain't getting it. Look at all the teams.
Yeah.
We got it. They said the guy got fired back in the day. The first commentator that mentioned, if you want, he talking about Notre Dame, they want to win, they got to get the black athlete. And that was a fact. Is it not showing? Genetically, you just can't compete with that. But no. I'm just saying, it's what if you hear it enough, you'd start to believe that.
Yeah.
Because your boy Cooper Kupp defied all that.
He balled.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it shows. It's just, what if it's just the fact that people actually are intelligent, regardless of the nationality, though? And sadly, we grew up thinking that.
I need to know what is the definition of intelligence, because it can differ. It could be a metaphor. People could speak it metaphorically, because just because you speak proper English doesn't mean you intelligent. I could be intelligent in different areas. Just because you may have a lot of financial situations, that doesn't mean that you're smart. I know idiots with $1 million.
So they said, the guy, like he said, that environments, they try to say environments don't make that, it's genetic. Then what about the fact that Trevor is a math whiz? He from the Project C Hills.
And didn't even go to algebra.
And didn't finish high school with it. Math genius. Ran a corporation. You follow what I'm saying?
It's that clip was baffling to me to hear that. And Joe Rogan is already under fire for things that he said. And
but he said that's racist. He said that right there is racist. You hear that part? He said that. If they said that, believe that. That's just straight racist.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, because you can't define what is intelligent by your perception.
That's fine, but that's why you got to write your own books. That's why you need to be reading. They say you can hide hide anything from a black man where?
In a book.
In a book. So you need to go pick up a book or something and pick up something. Quit looking at YouTube, looking at a lot of lies. Now look at us. Look at us.
A lot of propaganda. That's all.
look at us on here.
Yeah.
But you do know we're gonna have some sources behind it. But Jim Rome said this one time. He said this, and this Jim Rome he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
But he said that don't be a student. He said don't be a follower, be a student.
Mm-hmm.
Come up with your own conclusion. Listen to Trevor, listen to Troy, listen to me. But then come back and come up with your own conclusion to be a student. And we all gotta be students. That's not in the classroom. We talking about outside
the
four walls for life.
Yeah, we're students for life. A lot of people take learning for granted. Learning should become like something like that you like to do, like jogging or running or going to buy some shoes or going to the mall. Like learning, seek education, because every day I try to learn at least one thing new, something new. I try to learn something new. I need to think about what I learned today. Oh, I was with my father-in-law, and I learned how to put a car up on, I don't even know what the thing called, and lock it down. What is it? Like a tow truck. I learned how to lock a car down on a tow truck today. You know what I mean? I
learn something new all the time.
Yeah, I got my hand.
So do you believe Trevor is genetic? With intelligence come from genetics, or is it someone can be learned? What's your thoughts on it? Then we done heard about it. What's your thoughts on that? What y'all thoughts is listening to us?
I think things genetically can be altered. It might take time, but I think people say that you got diabetes because everybody in your family got diabetes. You ain't got diabetes because everybody in your family got diabetes. You got diabetes because you inherited the way they consume food.
I can believe that. I can get down with that. Because what about when someone get cancer? And your whole family ain't got it?
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, genetically things can be altered. That's just, you know what I mean, my perception of it. Man.
So I appreciate this conversation, man.
Me too.
I appreciate folks even listening in and listening to us talk about it. But Trey, I gotta ask you a question though, and anyone else that's listening to us, Jim and Jim, talk to us. Mama, talk to whoever out here, talk to us. Have we gotten soft? I'm talking about as a society, as a world, are we just extra buttery in between the bread soft?
Now we got to break down like what you mean by soft, because I can say we soft and I can say that we are just adjusting to the time.
So I don't know if y'all looking at the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. I don't pay attention to it much, but my wife loves skiing and ice, the skiing and stuff. She like watching the Olympics, so I've been watching it with her. And we've been watching the saga with the young Russian girl that got caught for doping. A heart medication she was taking was banned because it actually enhances abilities or something like that.
Yeah.
So okay, she got caught for doping. The first thing I thought about off the top.
Talk to me.
Was your girl Richardson. Now look, let me ask you this. Even if she didn't get suspended, would she still got burnt by the Jamaicans? I would say so.
Yeah.
She would have got toasted by them still.
Yeah. Yes,
but the fact is, people were going off. The fact that girl, that's the question of being, is it case by case when it comes down to doping situation? If you black, you get the ultimate bow. You get the spanking. You can't do it.
Yeah, you get the ultimate punishment if you black.
But then if you someone else of different nationality or something like that, or white or whatever, you get the benefit of a doubt. Well, maybe she didn't mean to take it. Maybe somebody else gave it to her. That wasn't her. Or her granddaddy took it. And she had it mixed up with him or whatever. But with all that going on, and the girl went through a lot of trauma, probably a lot of mental issues and everything. But then people started getting on the coaches and how they was critiquing her after she came off the ice. Because even though the girl still got to compete, people was talking about how she shouldn't have been competing. But since she's 15, you start thinking, oh, but she's 15, all that stuff. But we're getting on the whole thing about, but the coaches were just a little bit too much. The coaches were doing too much, man. They shouldn't have did all that. She just lost. She got a lot going on. Her mental health issues going on. You talked about the mental health stuff. Are we making mental health more of a scapegoat rather than really dealing with the true issues? And that just showed me that it's like, dude, people like the winners. How can you have the soft and winners in the same conversation? Can you have that in the same conversation?
Now, my thoughts of all of this, just listening to you right now, is I think about race, because you mentioned Sha'Carri Richardson, and that girl still got to compete in the Olympics, and Sha'Carri did.
Yep. And Sha'Carri said something about her. They found out about me smoking and they got me and banned me, suspended me the next week.
Now the key word in this is they.
Yeah.
We gotta always figure out who they
are. We trying to work on that for a while.
Now, this girl what is her race?
She Russian.
She Russian. Okay.
So she's not really white in that sense. She Asian actually, because Russian is Asia. but she ain't black though. Like Jim and Jim said, that yes, it's a case by case, but blacks get punished harder.
That's true.
So.
But what's crazy, when I think about it, both being female, the female aspect in it, you see black men going in on Sha'Carri Richardson. Should have been smoking weed. She knew the consequences of it. She might as well just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But I think we the only race that don't protect our women like it.
Oh, is that what it is?
The white dudes will be like, she has mental health issues. She's dealing. Her mom died, and we still say deal with it.
Her granny. So was her mom or granny? One of them. Granny, right?
It was her. I think
it was somebody important to her. How about that?
Yeah, mom or granny. And we just told her to deal with it. She might want to fire up a joint and forget about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the race, the Russian girl, her race to say she's dealing with something mentally.
No. They didn't say anything. Matter of fact, what they said was, they say nothing about the fact of being it's the Americans, everyone else that was talking about, oh, she dealing with a lot. You know, they talking about how she should have been performing, first of all, but the American folks was talking, or the media was talking about how, and not just American, all media was saying how the coaches was treating her after she got the ice, because she ended up losing it. She got to 4th place instead of even, she was projected to get gold. And she fell to 4th place because she failed a couple of times. It just bombed.
But why?
And so she crying and all that stuff. And they like, oh my God, why are they so hard on her?
We be soft to what is more relatable to us. I see it in the work field. I see a lot of stuff. Like, I see people that protects their own race. Like white dudes and Mexicans, they'll protect the female of their own race and look down on another female. If it ain't about vagina or having sex, they look at it as less than. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
And to be honest, I really do think that the country is getting soft. Like, I seen Kid Cudi whining and complaining as yesterday. Coy Leray, Benzino daughter, talking about she's remaining invisible right now because she's dealing with something. Ben Simmons, he getting paid $40 million a basketball season and didn't want to play for the 76ers because they wasn't treating him right. Am I going, Troy, you got to go to work or go get your money or to the business or whatever. If you go to work and say, I don't feel as if y'all are treating me right.
Well, it depends, because they might try to say, well, what's going on? It depends on that company scared of any racial. Because if I go out there and get on the news saying it's because I'm black, they're going to go, oh, whoa.
Yeah. My mental health was acting up and I'm not, and you guys are not treating me right and I'm not coming back into it.
And that's what they say. Well, you know what? I understand. Well, you got some time off. You got PTO. You willing to take it? Go ahead. But if you don't come back next week.
But we got to be objective and look at it both ways, because I don't want to attack the people. That's
true. Absolutely. I've seen it in real life. I get it. I'm talking about, it got to be a point to where we extra soft, man. We tenderoni soft. She's gonna be a drug. Oh my God. Hey, but look, like someone like Monique. When is there a time when it's time to just move on? You know Monique, the actress,
the actor, when
comedian.
She didn't get paid by Netflix.
Yeah, she didn't get paid or whoever. Or what she keep talking about. But guess what? You said men not protecting black women. But what about when the black women though just still holding those grudges? It's time to move on. Or anybody holding grudge. Not just say, let's say black people in general. But it's time to move on from, okay, we get it. You feel that you got, whatever going, but now you still ain't working. And nobody still ain't bring you on. Now what? Now your bag is stopped because of what?
See, that's why moving forward is important. That's why, like, when you said Kanye ain't complaining about his deal, he still signed to Def Jam. You got to continue to move forward. Like, being a creator, I don't consider a person a creator if they only creating in one area. That's just something you like to do. A creator has multiple ways and do things in multiple arenas and try to better themselves in different areas. Like, you right, Troy. It's when it's time to move on, it's time to move on. You can't hold no grudges against somebody else because you're not receiving what you think you should receive.
Yeah, they ain't giving back to me, man. You try to get me to work for free. We don't talk about this I talk about this in the Most Moto stuff recently. About me and Trevor just talked about just now about opportunity.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to pay to play. I was talking to my mom today about this. I didn't know you had to pay to be on the Star Walk of Fame.
I didn't know that neither.
And maybe somebody research that for us.
I talked to somebody that didn't know that you don't get paid to be in the Super Bowl.
That's the next thing I'm gonna bring up. Let's talk about that right now and then. So the Super Bowl in general, about being paid. If you always looking to say what's in it for me of getting paid from a currency that you can see right now, you'll be missing out on the opportunity to end up getting you multiple payments. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I remember I was hearing about the extras at the bottom on the field was complaining about, you know how much money the Super Bowl get paid? So you counting the money. They should pay the extras. You're an extra. It's an opportunity to be on the field dancing and doing whatever.
Yeah.
Did you hear Dr. Drake complaining about him paying whatever he had to pay to get up there?
$7 million. But where else is he going to be seen by 137 million people?
Look, and guess how much his streams probably went up to listen to them old songs?
He probably made that 7 million back twice.
50 Cent ain't been upside down. I don't know how many years looking like that. How many times you think In the Club got streamed last night? I mean, that time in the Super Bowl. That album went diamond. I bet it went platinum again.
Right. So yeah, probably did. Digitally went platinum in one weekend.
That's the whole point about being in the place. If you always looking about, hey, how much money I'm gonna get from it, you already lost.
Yeah.
It's about visibility, about opportunity being in the room, man. So people don't get. You might have to pay to get that star on the Walk of Fame, but that's there forever. And they gonna say, "Oh, who is that? Let me go check her music out."
That's beneficial to your children's children because my great grandfather's name or great grandmother's name is on the Walk of Fame.
Dude, I mean that stuff says a lot more. So if you did you enjoy the halftime show though? Or did you even look at it?
I enjoyed it.
What'd you enjoy about it?
I enjoyed Kendrick Lamar's performance. It was stellar.
You liked it?
Stellar performance. Yeah. It was good, man. It was good. It was nice. It was clean. It wasn't no flaws in it. Mary J looked good. And it was just good to me though, man. For real.
But was it top 5, top 10, all that people talking? Or are we just sensitive for talking about some,
Mary J and Kendrick stood out to me, but it'll never be. You gotta be a mega star, and you gotta be blowing for me. Like it'll never be touch that Whitney Houston
national
anthem and Prince out there.
Yeah.
Purple Rain. It's raining.
But guess what? He had all that, but he had a whole. We're so used to big, extravagant shows now where rappers, we already expect them just to stand in a place and do this.
Yeah.
And they had no big booty girls jiggling, so you can't have that on a friendly thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you could only do, and the reason why you like Kendrick so much because Kendrick did something different.
Yeah.
I like Dre's idea like her behind the boards, like he's at the studio. I like that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't one of those I'd be like, do I gotta watch it again? That's just me.
And Eminem, man, like Star.
Yeah, I think he was out there. I think he shouldn't even been there, but honestly with you.
Like Star said, man, you got them same Jordans on from 2001 with that same Carhartt hoodie. It's time to find a stylist or something. Eminem got to do something different, man. For real. That's just my opinion.
I think he was there for the other part of the crowd where you got all them folks up there. We got to have something that can bring and what nobody's still relevant besides Kendrick. Like you got Snoop up there because he on everything now. He doing a lot of stuff where
Snoop the man though.
Yeah, I mean but it was cool. It was smooth. But if you were 40, you was like, okay, just took you back to your time. Yeah. 50 something older, probably like, who the heck is this? The kids like, who the heck are these old people? That's what I read about, and I get it because you was 40 and older, you probably like, oh, that's my stuff.
Yeah,
I wouldn't please. I mean, I wasn't. It was cool. It wasn't nothing to be like.
Nah,
I told you who my best was, but
The Weeknd was better than that.
That's what I'm talking about. Because you know why though? The Weeknd had a entrance. It had a whole lot going on. You just had everything going on where we used to seeing movement.
Yeah,
me seeing people just stand in one spot.
Ain't.
It's all right. But hey, being in a place, sometimes you gotta do something to get there. Yeah. And Kanye was doing a lot of it on that show. The documentary was doing. Mm-hmm. We talked about a little bit. We talked about a lot today, man. We come down to in the name of peace.
And like you said at the beginning of the podcast too, did nobody do nothing extra to stand out at that halftime show? Neither they. You gotta do something. Do something
extra.
Yeah.
Jump off the stage. Somebody should have jumped off the top of the stage while I was up there in full throttle.
That's
full. If they would have jumped off the stage, you would remember that.
I would remember that now. They would have broke their leg and all
that. God, you see dude jump off the stage? Now, real quick before we get headed out, though, and unless you got some other stuff you want to cover, though, I want to ask you about, now we're going to go to sports real quick.
Talk to me.
OBJ retired. Should he retire?
No, just because you want a ring, you shouldn't retire. Get the big old bag as long as you can get it. Get the bag one more time, and as long as you can get that bag. But if you want to retire, more power to you though, because the NFL is to me is a cheap sport. Everything you got to do to be in the NFL, it's a cheap sport, fam. Like they ain't paying right.
Now I say they talk about him retiring because he tore 2 ACLs and he broke his leg.
I didn't know that in that game.
I think in that game, after winning the Super Bowl, because he tore his ACL, broke. He got hurt in the game.
Yeah,
but they talk about it can be he got hurt so much. Like, what do you got left to prove? You don't want a championship, but dude, he still want to probably get the bag. He probably still can perform still. So you think he should still stay though?
Yeah,
I can't believe Aaron Donald talking about retire. I didn't know that until at the game. Like, I
heard about that though. It ain't nothing else. He feel as if it's nothing else to prove. He done made $100 million in the NFL already, and it's nothing else to prove. But I can understand that, even though he should have won an MVP. I feel like he should have.
Because that one play, or because he.
Now he changed the whole trajectory of the game. Like
he did that last play. He did, but he was double teaming, doing a lot of stuff on. But that last play he did saved the game because dude was wide open. They showed a play where the guy was wide open, burnt Ramsey again.
And then in the third quarter, when they was fighting and all that on the sideline, the whole energy shifted. The game shifted right there when he was the Bengals.
Oh yeah.
The game, that was the shift in the game. Then the Rams turned it on. I knew it was over right when that fight occurred.
Dude, Aaron Donald's huge though.
Yeah,
he's a brick of a man. Pause. Look, hey, let me ask you this. This for everybody out there listening to us right quick before we head out here. Would you take advice, dating advice, relationship advice from an unattractive person?
Physically unattractive, mentally unattractive?
I'm talking about unattractive. It don't matter if it's physical or not. Look, I'm mainly talking about the look. Somebody telling you to give you dating advice and everything. Not only are they single, not only do they not have everything, don't have nothing going on, they just not attractive.
Look,
true.
Looking at them.
Looking at him or her like, ugh, I wouldn't even want to date you.
That is subjective to the person.
So the beauty is the eye of the beholder.
That's a fact.
Okay, so we know you ain't taking no dating advice from an ugly female.
That beauty
or someone that projects themselves to be the pronoun she or her.
Now there's some people that everybody's perception of beauty is really different, because I'm tall and some people don't like tall dudes. My girl is small. She's small. Some people don't like small girls.
Trevor, just be 100. Would you take advice from a person that's ugly?
I'm different now, fam. I can't.
Is someone telling you
I would.
You would?
Yeah. I would. Because
then say because what? Say it.
Everybody in the world is beautiful.
Oh God. Of course Trevor would say that. You expect Trevor to say that.
Everybody in the world is beautiful.
Trevor, so someone
now right. I wouldn't take dating advice from somebody who don't love themselves.
How would you know that? They're gonna say, look at me, I'm ugly, but hey, you can still date. No, really. What that mean?
I can look and tell when a person don't love themselves.
So you done seen some confident, ugly individuals. We done seen that before. Like I'm talking about, but they're dating coaches. I just say that, man, I see some unattractive dating coaches, man. And I'm like, man, I guess people are listening to him.
I didn't never know you need to be coached on a date.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's a coach now. Dating coaches, financial coach, speech coach, a regular coach,
eating coach,
all the coaches. I mean, dude, all that. I mean, it's like saying that. I guess would you take advice from someone trying to work you out and they work out with you, and they out of shape.
Looks like how we were saying at the beginning of the year, you got to look like what you're selling.
Okay, then. So that tells me right there, you're not gonna take advice from an unattractive person.
I don't see that though.
You just said it. You ain't looking like what you selling.
But what are you selling? Dating.
I'm talking about relationship advice. Someone giving you relationship advice about yourself.
Now, if I see a ugly 95-year-old, somebody that people perceive as ugly, they perceive that. I perceive that she's beautiful. 95 years old. Everybody's beautiful in in Trevor's world. So she's 95 years old. She's been married since she was 21, but she's ugly to some individuals. I would advise everybody to take advice from her because she's been married for 70 years. She may be mugly.
But what about the person that's ugly and they not even in a relationship?
I ain't taking relationship advice from them because they're not in a relationship. But I don't like. Let's see what the definition of ugly is. I got
unattractive, ugly. Go ahead. What is it? Now we got people that's ugly, that's beautiful on the outside, ugly on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people don't want to call nobody ugly either. They don't want to say ugh.
Unpleasant or repulsive, especially in appearance.
Repulsive in appearance. That's gotta be wow.
Involving or likely to involve violence or other unpleasantness.
Yeah. Yeah. That's different. That's coming to
the mood in the room turned ugly.
Yeah, that's a whole different. We talking about there's different aspects of it. You got ugly in regards to attitude, ugly in regards to appearance, ugly in regards to energy.
Oh, okay. Here is the definition of an ugly person. To be ugly is to be aesthetically unattractive, repulsive, or offensive. There are many terms associated with visually unappealing or aesthetically undesirable people, including hideousness.
I mean, dude, that's what that source for that mug is dramatic.
Unsightfulness.
Oh.
More informal terms such as a turnoff. I don't live in that world.
I feel you. That's cute, man. Think about that, y'all. Think about it. I mean, I know nobody. I felt bad even saying something ugly. I felt bad. I felt this side like, that just felt bad as a person.
Because I don't like to see ugly because if that's the case, then I'm perceived as ugly.
Yeah,
or I perceive something I'm slighting something.
Do you ever see an ugly baby then?
No.
So when you see a baby like, people can tell when a baby ain't cute at,
I don't like the word ugly.
I feel you, dog. Good for you, man. I don't like tree. I'm glad you love the trees and hug them and everything. I'm glad that. Because you know what? You said, I love that tree, the rock.
You know,
I love bushes.
Tree has as much life in it as humans.
If we don't have a tree, we can't live. That's true. Look at the Amazon. Amazon supplies 90% of our oxygen.
That's a fact.
Or a large percentage of it, I do know that. But what you got left, man? So we gonna let these people finish watching the duck contest.
Hey, man, I ain't got much, man. I got to get downstairs to wifey, man, and continue to box up stuff because we about to get up out of this place, fam. I'm gonna be
Congratulations on your new purchase, man.
I'm gonna be up to about 2-3 in the morning, man, and I just wanted to jump on and give the people some content that supports the Two Brothers podcast, man. I ain't got much, man. I'm gonna keep my topic for next week because I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna have to say it. Like, I'm working Monday through Friday, starting my schedule done changed, starting March. And I don't know how I will be doing the Saturday mornings now.
Yeah, we might have to
alter the time might be altered, guys. The time might be altered.
Yeah.
Might be Sunday morning. Will y'all still ride with us? Or y'all still gonna ride with us? Y'all gonna support us like Kanye?
It could be church.
Oh, not Sunday morning. It has to be Sunday night then.
No, it could be church.
Church on Sunday.
This is the church.
Yeah. Hey.
Nah,
Are y'all gonna still support us though? That my schedule changed. I just want to know. Leave something in the comment section. Talk to us, man.
Or if it's pre-recorded, are you gonna be okay with that? Not much interaction on the live, but you gonna still get the content.
Yeah.
Show some love, man. Share the episodes. Share the shows. We do this for y'all. We're gonna show some pictures of what we do to get to this point, to get ready and beautiful and cute for y'all to do these shows, man.
Okay.
Look how far we come, though, y'all. Look how far we come, man.
Yeah.
The old video, man, we look like we were some straight crispy ones in that mug. cameras of, you know, the thing was choppy. Jim and Jim cracking on me about my internet connection. Trevor, you know, we try to get things going. We can't get the stuff together, but we about to head on out though. Trevor about to get in trouble.
We off this thing, man. She's mad at me. Peace, love, plenty of abundance. Make sure you go get you some money.
Brothers, work it out, work it out. Two brothers, work it out, work it out, work it out. Two brothers, work it out, work it out, work it out. Two brothers, work it out, work it out, work it out. Two brothers.